story. Mindset matters. Your thoughts produce the feelings, and feelings produce the outcome of your actions. What you tell yourself every day matters a lot because it determines your actions, which invariably determines the outcome. Your inner thoughts or inner dialogue is either your enemy or your ally. Take notice of any fear that crosses your mind, any fearful thoughts, and challenge it right away. Get rid of toxic thoughts, all those thoughts that tell you you can't do it, or are you better than those who have failed? Just challenge such thoughts. Don't entertain such toxic thoughts. Visualize the life you want. Always keep your focus and make sure that whatever is negative in your mind or that crosses your mind, you eradicate it right away. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. Get rid of toxic environment and circle of friends. When you take control of your thoughts, your confidence rises. Your decisions improve. You handle setbacks better. Your mind then begins to work for you instead of against you. You begin to attract opportunities. Remember, it's actually not about being perfect in thinking. Rather, it's about training your mind to think the positive. Therefore, endeavor to train your mind to think the positive daily. Growth is a process, not an event. If this video inspired you, like it, comment, share it with someone who needs it. If you're yet to subscribe to ChristyNuga Motivation, go ahead and do that. Turn on the notification button so that whenever there is any new video on mindset growth or mindset coaching, you will be the first one to see it. Comment. I choose empowering thoughts. I'll see you in the comments. I read every comment. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode, episode 3, overcoming fear, doubt, and limiting beliefs. Your mind is very powerful. When you control your thoughts, you control your life. You choose the direction for your life to follow. Some people are critical in nature. They just feel like saying something, even showing you their own side of what they see of you, good or bad. Well, I have noticed that most of these people that are critical in nature say things to hurt people. They mostly see the negative side. Tell you what, this kind of people are even the most easy to handle. Because such people, if you have them in your area or in your family, you should have known that that's their nature. They always see negative things. Yeah, they always see things negatively. For instance, a child scores 90% in the exam or in an exam. Let a critical person get wind of it and says, what about those who got 400%? Welcome. This is ChristyNuga Motivation, your mindset growth coach. You're on to this channel, and today's topic is, of course, how to handle criticism. Let me ask you, have you ever been criticized by someone that you felt it hit you as if you were punched on the chest? And then the thought of what the person said stuck in your mind. Actually, criticism is not the problem, but the way it hits you. And then you start to think about it. Your mind starts processing it. Some people allow criticism to destroy their confidence. Why? It is how you process it. It's how you interpret what the person said. How we process criticism is what makes or breaks us. Some use criticism as fuel for growth and success. Today, I want to teach us how to handle criticism like a champion. So come along with me. Let's grow together. Because you're here with me watching this video, then my mission is very simple. To help you build a strong mind, a strong life, strong habits. So, if you're committed to personal growth and mindset growth, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification button. Watch to the end. Stay with me and let's dive in. Welcome. The first mindset shift I want us to know right now is that not every criticism deserves the same response. There are three kinds of criticism. One, destructive criticism, which comes from a root of jealousy, hatred, insecurity, bitterness. People who want to pull you down. From these people, you usually hear things like, you're not good enough. Who do you think you are? This kind of criticism has no people who dish out this kind of criticism are far from helping you to grow. Here is the sad truth. This kind of criticism has one agenda, to hurt you or belittle you. But here is what I want you to do. You do not have to absorb into your mind every negative criticism thrown at you. Such criticism must be ignored completely. Secondly, emotional criticism. This kind of criticism comes from people who reacted based on their feelings. They were hurt. They misunderstood you. They spoke without thinking. But it wasn't always meant to destroy you or hurt you. Thirdly, we have constructive criticism. This is the type that helps you grow. So this kind of criticism sounds like, oh, you did great, but maybe you can adjust in this way or that way. Well, I believe in you. I think you've been getting better. I believe if you do it like this, it will also help you to get much more better. It may be uncomfortable because you feel you are trying. Yes, you are trying actually. Let me tell you, this is a gift. It's a gift. You have people like this. You don't know the gift God has given to you. A growth mindset person would ask himself or herself, is there any truth that can help me grow or get better in what has been said? Let's be real for a moment. Why does criticism hurt so much? Why? It hurts because we want to be liked. We want to be appreciated. So when someone tells you, oh, you're doing well, if only you could just add this or that, you feel, oh man, I thought I was doing great. Sometimes we don't want to disappoint people. And again, criticism at times will confirm the fears we already have about ourselves. But here is someone's opinion of you is not your identity. Growth begins when you are able to separate who you are from what you did. You can make mistakes. You can improve. You can grow. Yet you can still remain worthy. How to respond to criticism with maturity? Here are the practical steps with which you can imbibe. Take a pause before reacting. Because when criticism hits, naturally your emotions rise. Don't respond from emotion. Think, breathe, reflect. Ask yourself, am I hurt? Or is this helpful? Is this person trying to build me or break me? Is there any truth from what has been said? Is there anything I can learn that will help me to grow better? Responding calmly is a sign of emotional maturity. Remove ego. Keep curiosity. You can say things like, oh, thank you. I'll think about that. What do you suggest I improve? Or can you help me to understand what you mean? This turns criticism into feedback. And feedback is power. Step 3, filter the message, not the person. Even if the person is rude, there still may be something to learn there. Like gold in the dirt. Take the gold, not the mud. But if there is no gold, drop it and move on. Do not allow criticism stop you. Many people quit because someone criticized them. They stopped dreaming. They even stopped trying. Hello? Greatness attracts criticism, in case you don't know. If nobody criticizes you, you probably aren't doing anything bold. So keep on growing. Keep creating things. Keep trying. Ask yourself, what can this teach me? How can I get better? How do I improve? What skill should I learn? When you have learned from it, then criticism becomes your developmental field. How to protect your mental health from toxic criticism? Actually, some criticism is abusive. So you need to protect yourself from this exposure, this unnecessary exposure. What it does is that it breaks confidence, and what to do is set boundaries. Yes, you don't have to entertain disrespect. Limit your exposure to such. Block it, mute, keep your distance, protect your peace. When your identity is strong, words like that lose its power. Try to always surround yourself with people who tell you the truth with love. Your environment shapes your mindset. Turn criticism into motivation. Use criticism as proof that you are growing, you are evolving, you are learning. Let it refine you, not define you. Say to yourself, I'm still growing, I'm still learning, I'm getting better. I'm not going to shrink because of somebody. That is mindset maturity. Always remember this. Not all criticism is equal. Separate emotion from feedback. Therefore, learn from what is useful, ignore what is harmful. Protect your peace. Let criticism make you better, not bitter. So if this has helped, tell me in the comments. Right? I choose growth, not offense. Because that's what we do here on this channel. We're growing one mindset at a time. Thank you very much for watching. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and keep becoming the best version of you. If you found value from this video, like, comment, share it with someone who needs it. Your friends, family, neighbors, colleagues. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, go ahead and do that. I'll be seeing you in the next Mindset Growth video. See ya at the top. How does one build a growth mindset that actually works? Have you ever felt like you're just working so hard, but the result isn't forthcoming? Well, today, we're going to break down exactly why that happens. And more importantly, we're going to build a growth mindset that actually works. Welcome. I'm your growth mindset coach, and you are watching ChristyNuga Motivation. Let's dive into this. Hear this. Stop working hard. Start growing. Start working smart. Many of us confuse busy work with progress. You might be grinding 10 to 12 hours a day, ticking off tasks. But if you're not learning, adapting, or improving, your growth is stalled. Think about it like this. Imagine watering a plant but never giving it sunlight or nutrients. Sure, the water helps, but the plant won't thrive. That's exactly what happens when working so hard. without having a strategy or a growth mindset plan. Someone wants to say, then what is a growth mindset? A growth mindset is believing that your abilities can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. It's seeing challenges as opportunities rather than seeing it as obstacles. With a great mindset, hard work becomes strategic, fulfilling, and transformational. Reflect, then evaluate your efforts. While at this, ask yourself, am I working hard or working smart? No one is above learning. There's this saying that says, when the person stops learning, then he starts dying. So therefore, embrace learning and feedback. So the point is, instead of you feeling defeated when things go wrong, you need to ask, what do I need to learn, or what is the lesson in this? In this case, that's how you turn your setbacks into stepping stones. You need to surround yourself with growth-oriented people. Find mentors, peers, or communities that inspire you to level up. Set strategic goals, not just tasks. Do not just fill your day with activities. Define growth targets, skills to learn, habits to build, and measurable progress markers. Having done this, you begin to work consistently towards them. Now let's talk about mindset shifts that accelerates growth. Stop fearing failure. Fail forward. Celebrate small wins. They compound over time. You know, there's this Yoruba adage that says, "Ogbon ju agbára lọ," meaning that with your right mindset, it's not about working harder. It's about smarter effort. So therefore, if you've been working hard but not growing, then remember to put up smarter efforts. Learn to work smarter. Learn to start working smart, and let's see how your growth accelerates. Talk to me in the comments. I read every comment. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, like, comment, share it with your friends and family. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, ChristyNuga Motivation, go ahead and do that. Until I come your way again with another wonderful mindset growth, do turn on the notifications so that you'll be able to watch firsthand our videos. Every Thursday is new video. This video, The Millionaire's Mindset, is one of my videos. I recommend you go and watch it. The link is somewhere here. We are building a community of people who don't just work hard. They grow to become unstoppable. I also have a link of a playlist to my growth mindset videos. It's somewhere here too. If it's not here, maybe somewhere on the screen. You see it. What if I told you that anger is a type of fear? Yes, that's right. Anger can be a secondary emotion that stems from a primary emotion like fear. While they are both distinct emotions with different reactions, anger is often a way to cope with feelings of vulnerability, helplessness, or anxiety that arise from fear. Anger can be a conscious or unconscious attempt to regain a sense of control or power in a situation where one feels afraid. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7 says, "For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." Prisons. Fear is one of the greatest prisons that prevents people from walking in their God-given purpose. It doesn't always shout. Sometimes it just whispers. You are not ready. You are not good enough. Are you sure you'll be accepted? Can you do it? Are you good enough? Are you qualified enough? Do you have the gift? Do you have enough strength to do it? Do you have what it takes to do it? Can you cope with what it requires? What if you fail? It's another whisper of fear. Tells you, what if you fail? But here's the truth. You cannot walk in purpose and be ruled by fear at the same time. Today, I want to help you break free from fear so that you can finally walk boldly in the path that God has designed for you. You're welcome. Fear is a spirit. It's not just an emotion. It is a spiritual force that paralyzes your thoughts, your desires. It can be triggered by trauma, insecurity, disappointment, or failure. And once it finds an opening, it builds strongholds in your mind. Fear magnifies danger while minimizing God's power. Fear whispers worst-case scenarios to drown God's promises. Fear gives you overthinking instead of obeying God. You don't defeat fear by wishing it wasn't there. Rather, you defeat fear by replacing it with the truth. You can use the word of God, for example, by taking action in the right direction to achieve your purpose. Okay, let me tell you what fear does to you. Fear paralyzes your plans. Fear paralyzes one's progress in life. It makes you overthink, makes you procrastinate, makes you delay in actions that would progress your life forward. It makes you even doubt the word of God. It makes you to doubt what God has already confirmed to you. Okay, some of the things you know that you're supposed to do, like start a business, go and get that job, apply for that job, bill for that contract, or something like that. But then fear tells you, are you sure you're qualified for this? Are you sure you're man enough? Are you sure you can do this? Are you sure you won't mess up? Are you sure it's someone like you that they need? Are you sure you can do this? Are you sure you won't fail? Are you sure you're qualified? Are you sure there are no better people there? Those things you're supposed to do, like start your business, launch a project, write that book, step into the ministry. But fear says, what if you are not good enough? Listen to me. Fear will always come where purpose is present. The enemy isn't fighting your past. He is fighting your potential. He is fighting what you will become. Moses was afraid. Gideon was afraid. Esther was afraid. Even Jesus was afraid in the Garden of Gethsemane. He said, Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. God never promised you won't feel afraid. He promised He will be with you when you are afraid. The book of Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Okay, let me just tell you. Here's how to break free from fear and achieve what God has proposed for you, for your life. Confront it. When all these thoughts, are you sure, are you this, are you that? Just confront it. Fear loses power when it's exposed. Say it loud. Yes, I am afraid, but I'll move anyway. I can do it. In order for you to break free from fear and walk in purpose, you have to overcome hesitation, doubts, anxiety, limiting beliefs that has held you back. This is in order for you to live a life with intention and meaning. It is a proactive choice. It's an intentional decision. to break free from fear. It's a proactive choice to break free from fear. It means that you confront and disarm it. Disarm the fears that have kept you from moving forward. Understand one thing, that fear is a natural emotion that is not peculiar to only you, but people react to it differently. That's where the issue lies. So from now, always confront it. If the whisper comes to you, are you sure you can do this? Are you sure that? Can you do it? What if you fail? So what if I succeed? Yeah. Confront it and challenge it with the truth, which is that you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. The word of God says that. So the reason for all this is to ensure that fear no longer goes as a roadblock to your life of success and purpose. Another way fear operates is that it creates excuses. Fear often creates excuses and distractions that prevent you from taking action. To break free, you must identify these excuses and stop giving in to them. Many fears do come from a desire for comfort and a dislike of the unknown. Overcoming fear then involves embracing change, even when it's uncomfortable, and accepting that growth happens outside your comfort zone. Courage isn't built in comfort, it's built in motion. You don't have to have it all figured out. Just that. God moves when you move. Don't you wait for fear to completely vanish before moving forward. Starting with small, manageable actions can build confidence and prove that you can handle what you fear. Replace negative thoughts with positive ones. Replace negative thoughts with truth. Every fear-filled thought must be replaced with faith-filled response. When fear says you can't, confront it with the word of God that says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Identify and confront unhelpful thought patterns that magnifies your anxieties. Replace them with more realistic and empowering beliefs. How do you walk in purpose? How does one walk in purpose? This part says to live intentionally and with a clear sense of direction, channeling your energy into what truly matters to you. It is the destination that becomes possible once you are no longer paralyzed by fear. Walking in purpose is about living congruently with your core principles. When your daily choices reflect your deepest beliefs, you feel more centered and peaceful, even amid challenges. A key component of purpose is by contributing to the well-being of others. When your work or efforts are aimed at helping people or advancing a cause you believe in, fear of failure often becomes less significant than the mission itself. Purpose can be found by identifying the activities, work, or services that energizes you and gives you a sense of fulfillment. This is the type of work that you can do for endless hours without feeling tired. You will happily do it for hours without minding. You need to engage in things like that. You'll discover that fear will completely be eradicated. The path of purpose is not always clear, but working in it means trusting your chosen direction. Instead of waiting for guaranteed success, commit to moving forward. And to always stay close to God in prayers, in studying of the Word, because in Him you find strength. The Word has a lot of promises that will give you and I strength. Prayer and the Word renew your strength daily. You can't fight fear with your own strength. But in His presence, fear fades. Finally, here is what I want you to remember. Fear will always whisper, but it's your choice to decide which voice wins. Every time you take a step in purpose, you silence fear a little more. Remember, God didn't give you a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
2 Timothy 1:7. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
Therefore, walk in the power. If this message has spoken to your heart, comment below. I am walking in purpose, not fear. And if you're ready to grow your faith, purpose, and mindset, subscribe and join this journey with me. Remember that your purpose is very much bigger than your fear. Break free and walk boldly into everything that God has created you to be. So until I come your way again with another wonderful video of mine, it's a wrap for right now. Bye-bye. Here are 3 basic keys to hearing God's voice. You're welcome. Have you ever felt lost or unsure of your purpose? Or God is silent? What if I told you that God is already speaking to you right now? But you need to learn how to hear His voice for your purpose. Stay with me because this message could change everything about your life today. If you've ever prayed and felt no answer, or wondered what God really wants for your life, then this video is for you. At the end of this video, you'll have practical steps to recognize God's voice for your calling. Be still and know that I am God. The book of Psalms chapter 46 verse 10. Psalm 46 verse 10. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I'll be exalted in the earth. Stillness precedes revelation. Stillness always, or let me say mostly precedes revelation. Therefore, if silence is the putting away of outer distractions, then stillness is the quieting of the soul. Stillness is the quieting of inner noise, depression, fear, anger, anxiety, worry, guilt, and all other forms of chaotic inner distractions. In order for you to find stillness, follow whatever Christ has revealed to you in His words. Allow all about Christ be your focus, and you will find stillness that gives you clarity. God often speaks in the quiet moments. Start by taking time to quiet all distractions. First, turn off your phone. Stay away from noise or a noisy environment. No wonder people say they're going for camping where they can focus. Shuts down every distractions to hear God. So when you do get to that quiet environment, or you're able to achieve quietness, what do? Simply pray or meditate in stillness. God's voice is subtle, not loud or demanding. For instance, if I were to ask you to describe to me the voice of a close friend of yours, you might be able to lend a description of their voice quality, or cadence. You're able to achieve this because you hear them regularly. You have become very familiar with how they sound. You wouldn't just know how they sound, but you'll be able to find clues based on what is being spoken to you by them, the words and the ideas. Your familiarity with the sound of their voice and the content of their voice gives you a distinct advantage to identifying their voice. So, let me ask you, how might one become familiar with God's voice? Therefore, this familiarity comes about through the reading of God's words. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16. All scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. The more you read the scriptures, the more you'll be familiar with the voice of God in quality, in tone, and in content. Read the Word of God with purpose. The Bible is God's primary way of speaking to us. Don't just read it on the surface as if you are reading a textbook or a novel. No. Listen for what jumps to your heart, what speaks directly to your situation. God will often answer questions through the scriptures. Hearing God is one thing. Responding is everything. Obey promptly. Once you hear his voice, once you hear the word of God, it tells you what to do, obey promptly. Remember the word says, obedience is better than sacrifice. Your faith grows the more you respond to his words to you, the more you grow in faith. Even small steps in alignment with his voice brings clarity and open doors for your purpose. And Samuel said, has the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. This is probably the most effective key. Obedience. When it comes to hearing God, it's not enough to hear him. It's very important to do what exactly he tells you. Remember, Mary told the disciples of Jesus, said, whatever he tells you, do. Obedience is very important. Obedience to God actually causes you to be more keen to hearing his voice. The word of God says, the steps of a good man are ordered by God, and he delights in his way. Book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 23. God offers his guidance to those who are godly, those who are ready to listen, those who are ready to obey him. God offers his guidance to his children, let me just say, to those who walk in obedience towards him. Okay, so if obedience were not important, God would not have asked you or would not have put any importance on obedience. God covets your obedience more than any sacrifice. Therefore, if you are yet to obey him in step 1 or 2, no matter what obedience you want to carry out, how would you even hear? You need to get to be quiet, still the inner voices, distractions, then to hear him. Then when you hear him, you need to do. When you hear him, whatever he says, you do. Listen to me. Sin doesn't keep God from speaking to you, but it keeps you from hearing him. Are you struggling to find direction at this point in your life? Obey what you definitely know about God or God's instruction for you as of right now. That is the image of God. As a child of God, you are. His next word of guidance will come to you after you have obeyed or what you already know. His next word of guidance will follow. Immediately you do those things you are supposed to do as a child of God. God often confirms his guidance through people, repeated messages, or circumstances. If the same idea keeps showing up, take note, because it's probably God that is nudging you. When you feel peace, take note and act when you feel peace. Consistency matters a lot. Ask God to guide your steps daily, speak to you clearly, and reveal your purpose to you. Keep a journal to track insights, dreams, thoughts that feel divinely inspired. In a nutshell, pray for clarity on daily basis. Remember, God is not silent. He is always speaking. Sometimes it just takes patience, focus, and trust to recognize His voice, and then you step into your purpose. Your breakthrough will be one prayer away. If this message spoke to your heart, like this video, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a message that will change your life today. Let me know in the comments, what steps are you going to take starting from right now to hear God's voice? Let's grow in purpose together. Until I come your way again with another wonderful video of mine, it's a wrap for right now. See ya. Bye-bye. Allows you to seize opportunities and take calculated risks. The right mindset enables you to grow your business. It's the only way actually to grow your business successfully, and it embraces positive change rather than remaining closed-minded and conservative. Do you know the best entrepreneurs are always and constantly forging ahead with new ideas, new innovations, and innovative endeavors? Think about it. Your business is a mirror that reflects the state of your mindset, habits, your confidence, and your discipline. If you are inconsistent, your business will be affected, and it will be inconsistent also. If you are inconsistent, it's going to affect your business. It will make your business growth to be inconsistent also. If you are afraid to take risks, your business is going to stay small. But when you grow, when you develop clarity, courage, and confidence, everything around you expands. Here is what most entrepreneurs miss. They chase more sales, more clients, more marketing tricks. They never work on themselves that run the business. The truth, your business doesn't grow because your mindset hasn't. You want to hear this truth? The bitter truth is that your business does not grow because your mindset has not changed. You can't build $1 million business with $1,000 mindset. Your growth of any kind, begins right from inside of you, long before it shows on the outside. Research done by Carol Dweck, a psychologist at Stanford University, has shown that those with a growth mindset view challenges as opportunities rather than threats. They embrace learning, adapt to failure, and believe that they can improve through persistence. Here are 3 powerful shifts that changed everything for me, and I hope it does for you too. Grow in vision, stop thinking survival, start thinking impact. Grow in discipline, do the small things daily, even when it's hard. Grow in self-belief. You will never outperform your identity anyway. Believe you are capable and act like it. Believe you can do it, believe you can attain it, and act like it. Start with yourself. Read daily. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. Reflect weekly. For instance, where did I grow? In which area have I grown? Where did I hold back? Where did I grow? Where did I hold back? Why this? It's because the more you grow as a person, the more your business becomes unstoppable. Let me leave you with this. You are your business's greatest asset. So therefore, when you grow your mindset, business follows automatically. When you grow your mindset, what do you think is next to affect your business? Therefore, stop waiting for better results. Start becoming the person who attracts them. Hello. The way we think matters a lot. It shows who you are and what you are actually made up of. We need to work on our mindset. Our perspective says a lot about us. And then not only that, it also shows how far a person will go. Why? Because like today now, we're talking about the millionaire's mindset. A millionaire sees solution in things. Maybe the millionaire just browses an area where people are saying, oh, there's difficulty, there's this, there. The guy can just buy 5 houses, demolish it, create a space for himself. See, that's the way the millionaire thinks. Where others are busy grumbling, oh, there's no space, nowhere for me to operate my business, this and that. How do I do forward? How do I move forward? They say we should move forward. They say this, they say that, government this, government that. Man, let us work on our mindset. That way, we'll be able to get things done better, achieve things faster. And then, of course, we'll be happier for it. Welcome. This is Tiana's World.
Tiana's World by ChristyNuga.
Has it ever occurred to you how some people seem to attract success like a magnet, while some struggle endlessly? Well, I tell you, it isn't luck. It's actually a mindset issue. You know, how successful people think differently. These people seem to be out of this world. Successful people, millionaires, the way they think is uncommon. They see solutions, they see way forward, they see growth everywhere. Even where people are seeing difficulty, they see opportunity. They seem as if they are a special race, a kind of people different from another planet, from another world. Well, let's talk about how you too can start to think like the millionaire. You know, like a verse in the Bible says, when men are saying there is casting down, we shall be saying there is lifting up. Okay, do you see now? Mindset. Where somebody is saying scarcity, this millionaire see abundance. So you as a child of God, you are being told to see it that way. Actually, the Bible, the Word of God has been doing that counseling over and over again for you and I to focus on the way we think, to change our mindset, to always see positive and shun the negative. Even though the negative is staring at you in the face, always say, oh no, my God says, I shall not lack. I shall not this, I shall not that. Moving forward is my portion. Okay? Even though you are hungry, even though the lack is biting hard at you, well, all you need to do, like I read something this morning, was saying, okay, where everything seems so hard. It says, well, instead of dwelling on that, you only need to learn something new to show that you are capable of growth. Where people are thinking or seeing scarcity, let a millionaire get to that same spot. Guy will see opportunity everywhere. And then I begin to wonder, all these things have been there before. How come I have not seen it? Well, my mindset is simple. You see, okay, maybe you put it this way. The guy who comes to make way for himself, he could afford it. He could buy those houses, demolish them, create create an establishment for himself. And then, of course, before you know it, he employs all those people that are saying, no work, no this, no that. They become his workers. They make money for him. You see? No wonder they say, if you don't look for a way to achieve your dreams, somebody will hire you to achieve theirs. Instead of scarcity, the millennial thinks in abundance, doesn't see impossibility anywhere. He sees an opportunity to showcase what he can do, to thrive. He sees an opportunity to carry out his goals, aims, and objectives. The millionaires think in abundance. They believe opportunity abounds everywhere. They believe money is just a tool useful for them to carry out whatever they want to do and not a trap. T. Have Eka. Rich people focus on opportunities, but poor people focus on obstacles. Successful people play the long game. They don't chase after quick wins. They build empires, brick by brick, like the Bible says, precepts upon precepts, lines by lines. See, gradually growing. It's the poor person that wants magic. Just want to begin to think, like I see 1 million now. Wow, from out of space. The millionaires, whether it's in investing or in learning or in building businesses, they think in decades, not in days. Millionaires take full responsibility for their outcomes. No excuses, no blaming. They own their failures and use them as fuel. Starting today, ask yourself, what am I avoiding responsibility for? Millionaires are lifelong learners. They read, they listen, they ask questions. They surround themselves with people who challenge them, not just those who cheer them on. I have a tip for you. Start reading now. Try reading one book a month. Start with Think and Grow Rich or The Psychology of Money. Millionaires don't just work hard. These people build systems that work for them. That is automating income, delegating tasks, or scaling ideas. They think like architects, not like laborers. Guess what? Success isn't a secret. It is a strategy, and it starts right from inside you. Are you ready to shift your mindset and think like a millionaire and then become one? Start building your future like a millionaire right now. Start building your life, your future from now. Learn, read, ask questions, mingle with people that challenge you, that will challenge your focus, your thinking. Thank you for watching. If this video has resonated with you, well, like it, comment, share with me how it has resonated with you, share it with someone, and then, of course, if you're here to subscribe to this channel, Tiana's World, go ahead and do that. Until I come your way again with another wonderful video of mine on personal growth and development, it's a wrap for right now. Bye-bye. I was in a discussion with some of my guys, and then this topic come up. Hey, somebody just said, hey, which one do you prefer? Short burst of motivation or long-term inner drive? And then I was like, at first it did not quickly sink in, and I didn't know what to say. And then I now began to, check. Short bursts of motivation. That gives immediate gratification. It boosts mood. Okay, long-term inner drive. Well, it's more sustainable. And then, ordinarily, if I'm to choose, I would prefer the long-term inner drive. What about you? Which one do you prefer? Well, in this video, I just want to tell you the difference between both, so that maybe at the end of the video, you'll be able to let me know in the comments which one you would rather go for. They both have their pros and cons, actually. Stay with me to the end. Thank you. Short bursts of motivation are usually and generally temporary, goal-specific, effort-driven by immediate desires or tasks, often leading to quick wins and rewards. On the other hand, long-term inner drive is actually characterized by specific internal commitment to a larger purpose, characterized by intrinsic motivation, consistent actions, and resilience for the journey toward ambitious goals. The key differences lie in their duration, sources, external triggers versus internal desires, and scope. Immediate tasks versus overarching vision. Short burst of motivation, duration, splitting, and temporary, focused on a limited time span. While the source is often driven by external factors, immediate needs, or specific challenges. Short-term burst of motivation has the following as its characteristics: focuses on completing specific, attainable tasks. Quick wins provides immediate gratification and boosts mood. Example, let me give you just two examples. Talking about carrying out immediate actions or difficult actions, tidying your room. Maybe if you found the type that don't find that kind of actions interesting, okay, so maybe the moment you find yourself maybe encouraged, maybe somebody wants to encourage you, you have someone you want to impress, maybe you have somebody you want to impress, bring someone to your room, and then so that would engineer you into that mood where you would quickly arrange your room because of the reward you expect to achieve. So it provides immediate gratification and it boosts your mood. So finding a short burst of motivation, finding a short course online and being able to carry it out, completing a difficult workout session, doing those things, maybe cooking a special meal that you've been trying to learn, and then you finally get it. That's quick gratification. Those are examples. So on the other hand, long-term inner drive, the characteristics is seen by those things like that it's sustained and enduring, and it requires a long-term commitment. It requires your consistent effort at seeing it to go through. The source of a long-term inner drive is found in the characteristics. It's deeply rooted in internal values, personal satisfaction, and a sense of achievement, sense of purpose, and intrinsic qualities, willpower, and tenacity. The characteristics of a long-term inner drive are the following. Specific planning involves extensive long-term strategic thinking and planning of obstacles and persistence through challenges. When you are able to overcome obstacles, when you're able to go through persistence and resilience, you're able to overcome challenges. So that is long-term inner drive. When you tap into your long-term inner drive, it gives you a more sustained result. Another characteristic is that it has guided direction. This provides a clear roadmap and direction for success. Examples are building a successful career, achieving a significant financial goals, or maintaining a healthy lifestyle. You might be asking, how do these relate? Short burst of motivation versus long-term inner drive. I'll tell you, short-term goals can build momentum for long-term aspirations. Achieving smaller wins fuels the motivation needed for sustained efforts. A strong long-term drive is crucial for consistency and perseverance, turning fleeting motivation into lasting achievements. So let me know in the comments which one you'd rather go for, the short burst of motivation or the long-term inner drive. If you're here to subscribe, go ahead, subscribe, like it, comment, share it with someone who needs it. Thank you for watching. Until I come your way again with another wonderful topic of mine. It's a wrap for right now. Bye-bye. know that 95% of your daily actions are driven by habits? That means your future success doesn't come from one big breakthrough. Rather, it comes from small habits, small good habits that you practice on daily basis. Today, allow me to show you how to form habits that stick. Break the bad ones and form good habits. Reprogram your mind for unstoppable success. Whether it's in your new plan, you plan to start waking up earlier, read daily consistently, improve your feeding habits, and whatever, or grow in your career, this video is a good framework with 4 steps for you to follow. Stay with me to the end so that you get some powerful tips that will help you to form good habits that will lead you to success. There's this quote that says, tiny habits lead to massive results. Yes, it's true. Start small. Don't look for overnight immediate results. For instance, if you want to read, start with 5 minutes a day. You want to do exercise? Start small also. The point is, whatsoever habit you want to form, you want to inculcate into your daily living, start it small and make it consistent. Make it a regular thing so that your body would adapt to it. Small wins improve momentum. Small wins increase momentum. Yes, small wins help you to build momentum. So always have that at the back of your mind. So that you don't overstress yourself, so that you don't get easily discouraged. Start with the level you are. Start small and then begin to build on it. That's how to make big win. That's how to get success. Anchor new habits to existing routines. Your brain loves patterns. Therefore, attach your new habits to something you already do. For instance, it is part of you to, as soon as you wake up, maybe say your prayers and brush your teeth, okay? Alright, so what you now do is that after brushing your teeth, try to do 10 push-ups. That is, if trying to do exercise, adding exercise is part of the new habits you're trying to build. You can go for 10 push-ups. I do jogging on the sports instead of running everywhere and everybody knows. Where this area people look all about looking, even good things is funny to them. Well, it is good. So know your environment and do away with negativity as much as you can. That's the idea. This is called habit stacking. It's one of the most effective methods. Make habits easy and accessible. Remove frictions. If you want to eat healthy, put fruits clearly where you can see them. If you want to go for a workout, maybe following day, ensure to arrange those clothes for the workout the night before. Reward progress, not perfection. Celebrate small wins. Each time you stick to a habit, reward yourself with something simple, like acknowledging your progress or checking it off in a habit tracker. This forces your brain to repeat the action. The golden rule: environment beats motivation. Surround yourself with people, places, reminders that push you towards doing the right habits. To exercise more, spend time with more fitness-minded friends. You want to read more? Keep a book by your bedside, not your phone. Habits are the building blocks of success. If you master your habits, you master your life. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your life transform. If you found value in this video, subscribe, like it, comment, share it with someone you think needs it. Always watch Christiana's World. Thank you very much for watching. Till I come your way again, it's a wrap for right now. Bye-bye. And overcome procrastination. First, you need to focus on planning. Break time management techniques like the Pomodoro method. Prioritize tasks. Set realistic goals and reward yourself for progress to create motivation. Cultivating self-awareness about your procrastination triggers is also key. The following are strategies to overcome procrastination and improve productivity. Understanding procrastination. How to identify triggers. You need to note within yourself, identify them. What tasks, what feelings, what situations triggers the feelings of procrastination. Self-awareness. Understand your procrastination patterns and habits. Challenge negative self-talks. Reframe negative thoughts about tasks into more positive and achievable goals. Planning and prioritization. Time blocking. Try to schedule specific time slots for tasks, treating them like appointments. Task breakdown. Divide large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Prioritize tasks. Identify and focus on the most important tasks first. Set realistic goals. Avoid perfectionism and aim for good enough to move forward. Time management techniques. The Pomodoro technique. Work in focused 25 minutes interval with short breaks in between. You can also use the Eisenhower matrix. Categorize tasks by their urgency and by importance to prioritize effectively. 2-minute rule. Complete tasks that take 2 minutes to do. To clear them immediately. Clear them off. Do them immediately. First. Eliminate distractions. Identify and minimize distractions at all times. That is the way forward. Like social media, notifications, phone calls. Motivation and accountability is very important. Reward yourself. Celebrate small victories to stay motivated. Find an accountability partner. Share your goals with someone who will support you. Visualize success. Imagine the positive outcomes of completing your tasks. Just imagine the weights will just be lifted off your head, your shoulders, your mind. Why? Because you have done all the tasks that you have been postponing, that has been weighing you down, that you've been procrastinating all this while. Build momentum. Start with small, easy tasks to build motivation and confidence. Optimizing your environment. Create a dedicated workspace. Minimize distractions and create a comfortable environment conducive to focus. Optimize your schedule, your work schedule. Identify your most productive times and schedule challenging tasks then. Seek support. Don't ever hesitate to ask for help from friends, families, colleagues, whoever, mentors. Do not hesitate to seek for support to make your work easy, or let me say easier. By implementing these strategies, you can effectively combat procrastination, improve your productivity, and better manage your time. If you have gained one or two things from this video, if you think this video will help someone, share it with someone. Subscribe to this channel for more videos like this and more. Let me see your comments. Share it with friends and families and colleagues. Thank you very much for watching. Until I come your way again with another wonderful topic of mine, it's a wrap for right now. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Einstein's famous quote, insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
If you want different results, do not do the same things. Albert Einstein.
There's this saying that says, if you change the way you do things, you're bound to get the different results from the way you have been doing it. That is, you need a different result, then change the way you have been doing it so that you get a different result. That is, things are not the way you expect. They're not going. They're not giving you the right results you expect. The desired result is not coming forth. Then apply a different approach. Changing your perspective means shifting your viewpoint to see things differently. See things from a different angle, potentially leading to new insights and a more positive outlook. It involves actively seeking alternative viewpoints, practicing empathy, and reframing challenges with a more positive mindset. In this video, I need you to watch through to the end because I have 5 wonderful points that will enhance you to be able to achieve things, excellent results. So these are 5 wonderful ways you can use to tackle all those old failures and old results. Acknowledge your current perspective. Identify your current viewpoint and understand why you hold it. Reflect on how past experiences, beliefs, and emotions shape your perspective. Think about it. How does it affect, how has the way you've been doing things, how has it shaped your emotions? How has it affected the end results you've been getting? Acknowledge your current perspective. Seek alternative views. Another point. Engage in open-minded conversations. Seek out diverse perspectives by talking to people with different backgrounds and opinions. So through that, by doing that, when you talk to people on the things you are looking out for to achieve success, you'll be able to get fresh ideas, you'll be able to get new ways of doing things, and then you get new viewpoints. So try new experiences. Step outside your comfort zone and try new things to broaden your understanding of the world. Open your mind. Okay? Be free and humble yourself to learn. Be willing to learn from people. Be open-minded. Allow people to share their own experience and ways that they work by at doing their own things that gives them results. Be open-minded. Be open to suggestions. Be humble enough to learn. Be willing to learn and be ready to take advice from people. Third point is practice empathy. Practice empathy. Put yourself in others' shoes. Try to understand how others feel and why they think the way they do. That is, you remember you're looking on how to get results differently. So visualize how people do things when you look at people. Then try to go in to see how they get things done in their mind. Focus on thinking how they achieve that way of doing things. So put yourself in others' shoes. Try to understand how they feel, why they think the way they do. Listen actively. Pay attention to what others are saying without judgment. Acknowledge their emotions. Validate their feelings and show compassion. Reframe challenges. Look for the position. Instead of focusing on the negative aspects of a situation, try to identify any potential benefits or lessons to be learned. Replace negative self-talk with more positive and empowering affirmations. Shift your focus from things you can't change to actions you can take. Cultivate a growth mindset. Embrace challenges. View challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. Believe in your ability to learn. Recognize that your skills and abilities can be developed through effort and dedication. Seek feedback. Ask for constructive criticism to help you improve. By actively working on these strategies, you can cultivate a more flexible and positive perspective, leading to greater resilience, improved relationships, and more fulfilling life. Thank you for watching. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please do well and do so. Until I come your way again with another wonderful topic of mine, do not forget to comment. Share this video with someone in your family or neighbors or colleagues. A lot of us go through some things that we cannot even share. At times we find it difficult to explain what it is. We don't know what to even call it or whatever. Well, some go through it, they experience these things, whether in the environment where they live. Some of us experience it even in the house. We experience it at home, whether amongst the siblings or somebody you live with. Some of us experience it at our working places and things like that. But the issue is that this video actually is to give you to serve as an eye opener for you, so that if you are if you are under the influence of this psychological mind control or something, emotional control, then there are things you can do about it. Because not knowing what to do about something is bad. Because if you do not know what to do about it, there's no way you can know how to tackle it. So, you're welcome to China's World. In this video, I'll require that you follow me through to the end, because I have a lot of points to discuss with you. Emotional manipulation is the use of one's emotions to control or influence another person, often in a way that is harmful or unfair. It involves using tactics to exploit, pressure, or deceive someone into acting against their own will or best interests. What does emotional manipulation look like? How are ways by which someone can be manipulated emotionally? What are those things done by the manipulators? Okay, an example of emotional manipulation includes guilt tripping, gaslighting, love bombing are few examples. Okay, so manipulators exploit a person's feelings like guilt by making someone feel guilty, by making the person become afraid. Then they show this ingenuine love to get what they want. Lack of respect for boundaries. Manipulative behavior disregards the other person's emotional well-being and boundaries. Goal-oriented. The manipulator's actions are often driven by a desire to control or achieve a specific outcome, even if it means harming the other person in the process. Subtle and assiduous. Emotional manipulation can be difficult to recognize because it often occurs subtly, making it hard for the target to identify the harmful behavior. The impact on well-being. Emotional manipulation can significantly damage a person's self-esteem, mental health, and ability to form healthy relationships. Example of emotional manipulation tactics are the following: guilt tripping, making someone feel guilty for not doing what the manipulator wants. Gaslighting is another point. Manipulating someone into doubting their own sanity or perception of reality. Love bombing, overwhelming someone with affection and attention to quickly gain their trust and compliance. Blaming, shifting responsibility for problems or mistakes onto the other person. Threats and intimidation, using threats or fear to control someone's behavior. Emotional blackmail is another tactic being used by the manipulator. Using emotional pressure like threats of self-harm or manipulate someone into doing something. Recognizing emotional manipulation is crucial for protecting yourself. If you suspect you are being emotionally manipulated, it's important to seek support and learn how to set healthy boundaries. Thank you for watching. Until I come your way with another wonderful video of mine, keep watching Tennis World. Don't forget to make your comments if you have noticed anyone manipulating you in any way, or maybe you notice it in another person's life and how it was tackled. Remember, if you are yet to subscribe, do so. Thank you. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to navigate opportunities easily? Well, the secret lies in one powerful skill referred to as networking. Today, we are diving deep into how you can harness the power of networking. Networking is more than exchanging business cards. It's more than just connecting on LinkedIn. It is about building genuine relationships that foster growth and development for opportunities, engaging in collaborations, and empowering yourself in every way possible. Networking isn't only for business. It is also useful for you to build career growth, collaborations. It is useful for mentorship. It is also to enhance your skills in life. This is useful for career progression, for mentorship, and for learning new skills. When done right, networking can offer you the following: access to hidden job markets and exclusive opportunities, insights from industry leaders and mentors. It can also help you and get support from like-minded professionals and peers. Networking helps you to increase visibility in your field. What is networking? Networking is more than just exchanging business cards or just adding connections on LinkedIn. It is a lot more by meeting people, and it's more than just having ordinary relationship with them. But it is by having genuine relationship with these people that you meet on any platform we can talk about. 6, turning contacts. That is all those contacts you have. Turning contacts into opportunities. The real magic of networking happens when you cultivate relationships. Here's how to maximize your connections. Stay in touch periodically, send updates or check in. Engage on social media, comment, like, and support their posts. Offer value first. Offer value, offer help first before you start asking for help. Overcoming network anxiety. Feeling nervous? Many people do, and here is how you can overcome it. Prepare a short introduction about yourself. Approach networking as a two-way conversation, not a sales pitch. Set small goals, connect with just 1 or 2 people first. Networking isn't just about an introduction, but it's about nurturing relationships. Start with meaningful conversation. Ask about their work, interests, and goals. Provide value. Share insights. Offer help and support others. Follow up consistently. A simple message or lunch invite strengthens connections. Well, some might say, how do I start? Well, I have it here for you. It says, how do you begin? Leverage online platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, professional forums, attend industry events, conferences, seminars, networking meetups. Connect with your existing colleagues, classmates, and friends. Be genuinely interested in people's experiences and not just what they can offer, but also you exchange values, information on what either of you have. In conclusion, networking is a lot more than an exchange. It's an investment in relationships. The more genuine connections you build, the more opportunities you have that will come your way. Start today. Get out of your comfort zone. Open that door of opportunities through networking. Thank you for watching. Until I come your way with another wonderful video of mine. This is Tiana's World. Keep watching. Thank you very much. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet done so. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. What if I told you that there are ways for your body to heal itself? You know, the thing you need to know is that our bodies have been made by God, the Maker, to self-heal. And if you don't know how to do that, then you are missing a lot. So my point for this video to you is for you to be able to find out ways and things to do for you to be able to self-heal. You need to activate these self-healing methods for your body to recover back to, or almost back to its original perfect self. Self-healing involves intentionally integrating healing practices into your life. I mean, those things you need to do, those natural things that will help to support in case you are on medication. to recover from any form of ailment. There are things also you need to do to help boost your immunity and to help to recover, that will hasten recovery. I've heard of people who have beaten cancer, those who have beaten diabetes, people who have overcome serious health challenges. Our body is wired to self-heal. So therefore, you need to do and know those things you need to do that will help you to help it to heal. Another point I want you to note is connecting with nature. So, spending time outdoors will help to boost your mood and will motivate self-healing. Another point you should not ignore is sunlight. Sunlight is the gift of nature. It gives us vitamin D. It's good for your skin. Okay, so this sunlight is very important. Just getting a little dose of it, maybe for 1 or 2 hours, actually will be okay. Just staying in the sun is good for the skin. It will also help to reduce stress and also improve your mood. Self-healing involves intentionally integrating healing practices into your life. This includes physical activities, healthy eating, mindfulness, and emotional regulations. This is about prioritizing your well-being, making conscious choices for activities that support both mental and physical health. Information gathered says that stroke is a cardiovascular disease. Therefore, there is that need as you advance in age to always check your blood pressure. Always, not only check, but to maintain normalizing it, maintain keeping it in check. So what I just want to show you right now is that one of the ways to do that is to procure a BP monitoring machine, and that way you'll be able to, it will be easy for you to check it at home. It will be easy for you to check your blood pressure at home. So it's something you can easily do, check by yourself.